big whips, big joints, big blunts, it's the Buckeye way. We rolling nothing but that loud Buckeye loud pack. Let's roll up Ohio. Heavy bass hits, horns rise, mastermind cannabis, Ohio Cannabis Live. We here to unite. Let's light it up. Ohio where we roll high, big whips, big vibes, big joints, big blunts, Buckeye loud for life. From 216 to 614, we keep it lit. 330 and 740, we the ultimate. Nothing but that loud pack, the pride of the state. Roll it up, light it up, let's elevate. From Akron to Canton, Columbus to Dayton, Buckeye buzz so strong, there's no debating. You can see the smoke rise, we shining bright. Ohio loud got us glowing in the satellite light. Ohio Cannabis Live, yeah, we here to stay. Uniting 88 counties in a major way. Let's roll up Ohio, let's toke and chill. Big blunts, big joints, yeah, you know the deal. Buckeye loud pack, we blazing the game. Ohio forever, remember the name. Let's roll up Ohio, we rollin' proud. You can see the smoke from space, it's that loud. From the fields to the streets, we feel the thrill. Ohio's the anthem, let's roll and chill. We on a whole new level, Ohio's the vibe. Big clouds in the sky, Buckeyes ride or die. From 419 to 513, we keep it tight. 937 and 440, we ignite. Big joints in Columbus, big blunts in the south. From Toledo to Cleveland, we lighten the loud. Ohio's united, this our time to shine. 88 counties reppin', all on the grind. Put it in a joint, light it and smoke it, Buckeye pride strong. Ohio's the focus, from I-70 to 71 we ride. Ohio Cannabis Live, keeping us unified. Let's roll up Ohio, let's toke and chill. Big blunts, big joints, yeah, you know the deal. Buckeye loud pack, we blazing the game. Ohio forever, remember the name. Let's roll up Ohio, we rollin' proud. You can see the smoke from space, it's that loud. From the fields to the streets, we feel the thrill. Ohio's the anthem, let's roll and chill. Ohio, Ohio, let's rise together. Buckeye pride, yeah, it's now or never. Big clouds, big vibes, we set the tone. Ohio's...
Yo! Bigfoot in the building. You tuned into Ohio Cannabis Live, and it's officially Blinker Break.
Nah, he really said blinker break? I'm not trying to get high through the screen. Changing it.
This is James Weed, live at the Ohio State House. And yes, I'm officially joining Ohio Cannabis Live to help keep the people informed. Welcome back to the show. You already know what it is.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy Mastermind here for Ohio Cannabis Live. Welcome back to another live stream here on Friday, August the 1st. It's the first of the month. I know everybody out shopping. I can tell by a number of viewers we're not that busy. Everybody's out spending that money. They got their money out there. I feel you. I had to go out there and spend some money too. If you're new to my content, please do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe button. Ohio Cannabis Live been operating now since June of 2019 when I finally launched the channel and got the courage to come on live and tell people what I thought about some weed I got from the medical marijuana program. Fast forward now to 960,000 views later, 1,200 some odd videos later, 4,900 and some subscribers later. We're still here trying to educate and inform people about what's going on with the legal scene here in Ohio when it comes to cannabis. So again, I don't know if why we having such a slow Friday, but I could assume the weather is really nice outside, and maybe that's why. I figured, we've been waiting for them to announce that pre-rolls was coming. And now it's actually going to happen. And if it was just so simple for me to just to tell you the headlines, I would. But they sent a 12-page document, uh, and it's like why? So what I did is I'm gonna break this down step by step to some of the highlights here. So who cannot make pre-rolls? Let's talk about that first. So dispensaries are not allowed to grind cannabis flower or make pre-rolls themselves. Only licensed cannabis processors can manufacture raw or infused single serving units. That's what they like to call pre rolls, single serving units. They don't want to call them pre rolls. So they call them single. So when you hear, would you like to purchase a single serving unit? That's their code word for pre roll. Who can make pre rolls? Processors with a cannabis processing license. So this means people that are selling pre rolls right now and saying that they're legit from the dispensary and all that, not unless you got it from Michigan. So anyone selling pre rolls at the corner store and everything, them is unknown. We don't know what those are, but them ain't these pre rolls we're talking about here. Not to say those might not be good. We're just talking about something different here. So licensed dispensaries, what does that really mean? Because there seems to be a lot of confusion about dispensaries and head shops. So when you go to a dispensary, if it's a real dispensary in Ohio, clip it and replay this. There should be a sign or a seal that's green and says DCC or Division of Cannabis Control with like a weird looking green leaf type thing. It's weird. It's now in all our packages and you will see it. Now, if it's the other market, they've got their own logos now and their own little marks too. So, if it's not one of those, who knows where it came from. But the reality of this is that they're going to start selling pre-rolls in licensed dispensaries real soon. A lot of these companies already purchased the equipment and have already been practicing somehow. And you know, here is this. It says processors must follow a multi-step approval process from DCC before they can legally sell these product dispensaries. Let's talk about this step-by-step approval process since we have this information. I'm going to share it with you. They must submit two items together: change of operation request and new product concept worksheet. I'm just letting y'all know how complex it is to sell a pre-roll. Both must be approved by DCC, aka Division of Cannabis Control, Ohio Division of Cannabis Control, not the hemp department, not the farm bill or nothing like that. Like just them. Um, and this has to be done before pre-roll manufacturing begins. Start manufacturing and testing. Once the above is approved, processors can begin manufacturing pre-rolls. Licensed testing labs may begin collecting and testing samples. Next, submissions after concept approval. So that was just a concept. Here's the kind of pre-roll I'm coming out with, and here's what it might be like. Uh, you must submit advertising permissions. All licenses must begin submitting advertising content for single serving units, aka pre-roll. I told you, single serving units. Processors may not ship or sell pre-rolls to dispensaries until they receive a final written approval letter from DCC. So let me address this language here. Uh, ship. When they say shipping, what they mean is a unmarked vehicle delivering from the cultivation or processing facility to the dispensary. They don't mean like shipping it through UPS or through the mail. It's not what they mean. Uh, Main things. Dispensaries can't make their own pre rolls, but that's kind of a blurry line because some dispensaries are also cultivators and processors. So they can supply themselves 100% what we call vertically integrated. So that's what they're talking about. And so, that's what's going on. So we don't know when pre rolls will be available. We don't know how much they're going to cost. We don't know which strains will be in them. I do know that they're not going to be for medical patients. So if you are a medical patient and you're watching this and thinking you're going to go to the dispensary and get your medical discount and get you a pre-roll, nope, not happening. So that means that pre-rolls will definitely be a recreational product. Therefore, it will have a 10% recreational sales tax on top of it. And that's what it is. Now, comparison to pre-rolls that you get at the corner store or head shop or whatever. the, there really is no comparison because those pre-rolls could be coming from really anywhere, and the likelihood of their testing these pre-rolls is not likely. Um, that doesn't mean that it's not good. The weed's good or bad in here. I can't speak to that, but I'm just saying we're talking about buying something that's licensed through the state and been tested by a state certified lab versus something that may be coming from another state, another market, or somebody made themselves. All of the above. You as a consumer have to decide what you would like to purchase. I'm not here to judge you on it. I'm just here to tell you, like, if you want something that's for sure been tested and went through all the steps that I just outlined here, you're only going to find it at a licensed dispensary. And if you're going somewhere else now and buying pre rolls, just know that you might be smoking hemp or THCA, and just know that all that stuff is still weed too. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some of it might be actually quite great, but in my experience, the THCA weed that I've smoked and people brought me different varieties of it. Look good, smell good, lasted for 10 seconds. That might just be me. It might make you feel good forever, but for me, it's 10-second weed. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. THCA is 10 seconds. Woo! It's over. Next. So it's like, it's kind of like some people even call it diet weed. you know, it's gonna be all right for some folks, honestly, and other folks it's gonna be like, where's next? And I'm going to probably be that individual that says, what's next? So what you all really are watching this video for, in the title, why you even might have clicked on this video, you don't really care about the pre-rolls. You want to hear about the Snoop Dogg shit, right? all right, so Snoop Dogg, in partnership with Pure Ohio Wellness, a Ohio company that was founded and started by Larry Pegram, a well-known motorcycle racer, and is a locally started company. It's not a multi-state operator. It operates in Ohio, as far as I know. And they currently have 2 dispensaries, cultivation license and a processing license, meaning that they could make Snoop Dogg pre-rolls if they wanted. And I probably will be Snoop Dogg pre-rolls. I don't know that for sure, but they might. Pure Ohio, one of the first cultivators in our program. One of the strains that I would say they were most known for me was Granddaddy Purple and Gelato. The Granddaddy Purple is no more, but the Gelato still exists in their program. Um, they have location in Dayton, where my hometown is, and they have a location in London. But there also will be a Easton location and a Talmadge. I hope I'm saying that right. Talmadge location as well. So there will also be that. So uh, it's another brand thing. But what I do want people to understand about how some of these brand deals work, is that you're still dealing with specific genetics from a specific cultivar. So although Pure Ohio might be the one growing this weed, it is not their genetics. They are using the genetics that Snoop Dogg works with. So it is different. I am told, I believe that the cultivar goes by the name AK. So any of y'all OG growers out there have heard of this cultivator, um, chime in. So it's something different. The strain they currently have, I did a review on it, and you will see it here soon, maybe this weekend. I'm gonna try to get it done. But it's apple fritter. That is the only strain they currently have right now. Make sure you look out for the video, the review, and watch it, share it, help me get some numbers up. Speaking of views, I said at the beginning, we're at 961,000 views. Now I have some other news I'd like to drop if you'd like to hear it. But these numbers we're looking at, 11 people, where is everybody at? I know it's sunny outside, man. I know it's nice out. But where is the rest of the viewers? Where is everybody at? So, have you ever heard of a company called AYR? Okay. So, I'll tell you what I know. I did a review back in the day about a lemon cherry gelato that they had. That was like, wow. Well, they're in trouble. And they're in trouble because they've had some financial troubles. And this is possible that the company will no longer exist as we know it. It probably won't. I'm not telling you anything that's secret. It is public information. on their website. So, those who don't know, AYR is a multi state operator who has operations all over the country. I do believe even operations in Canada. And we've gotten word that they are suffering some financial troubles and they may have missed a payment or so on some of their debt. And they're in a tough spot. And the company is probably might get sold. We can't say for sure because all these companies go through these different weird changes. But it is news that this company is in trouble. I mean, no one really necessarily knew this was coming, so it's kind of a surprise to some of those in the industry. But again, the name is called AYR. I'm gonna tell you one of the first videos I done. AYR is one of the first companies to sell moon rocks. Eh, Y'all remember the moon rock video? That was AYR. I think they had another alias by then, but that was them. And so, these companies they got so many different names. It's hard to keep track of who owns what and who is what. And I see my good guy Craig sent us the super chat. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate that. Thank you all for being here. I see we up to a little 14 viewers. Let me start asking some questions now. We got more people on here. Uh, so the question I want to ask right now is how is the weather in your location? Right now, it's beautiful outside. It's sunny. It's breezy. It's not too hot here in Columbus, Ohio. In the comments, let me know, even if you're watching replay, how the weather is. I also would like to know what you're medicating on and what you're toking on. Did you go ahead and get you something out for the show? And as always, and we're asking it earlier now because I like to get answers throughout the show. What are you having for dinner? So, one of the things that I've been looking at doing, and I want to get some feedback from you, is I'm thinking about senior citizens who are having trouble getting to and from dispensaries, who also are having trouble trying to figure out what to get. And I'm thinking about creating a cannabis senior program that is specifically tailored for seniors. And this program will work basically analog. It will not be online. It will actually work through a phone, and it will be a phone number that seniors could call and ask questions about cannabis, or if need be, arrange transportation to go buy said medical cannabis or get help getting a medical cannabis card. So basically, like a senior cannabis hotline. Is that what we're gonna call it? The senior cannabis hotline? I like that. That might be the name. The senior cannabis hotline. We're here to help. Thank you for calling. All calls are important to us at the Senior Cannabis Helpline. What do y'all think? I also think what's missing, and I'm working on this as well, is some type of Spanish program for Spanish speaking individuals. We have nothing. We I haven't seen any Hola Espanol advertisements on any dispensary windows. I've not seen any dispensary put out any type of marketing that would be targeting Hispanics or Latinos. I don't see any advertisement for people with any type of disability. I don't see any advertisement for people who are deaf or blind. I just don't see it. They're missing a whole bunch of people. And I've never forgot about you. So if you are blind, disabled, see Espanol, any of those things I named, I want you to know that I have been thinking about you the whole time and trying to figure out how how could we create something that could help those individuals who have language barriers. You think how many people don't speak English and are afraid to go into the dispensary? The fear is real. How many seniors might be watching this video, have been watching it all along, and saying, I really wish I had the courage to do what he's doing, or I had the courage to go to the dispensary and just not know where to begin and just not have the brainwidth and capacity to watch all of Mastermind's 1,200 videos. So I've been trying to figure out how do I solve this problem? I know the video is supposed to be about Snoop Dogg and the pre-rolls. So back to pre-rolls. Do you think seniors are gonna smoke pre-rolls? Let me know in the comments. Yes or no. Would your grandma or grandpa smoke a pre-roll? And I also want you to put in the comments if you would buy a pre-roll or not. And I also want to know in the comments if you are interested in trying the Snoop weed out by Pure Ohio. I'd like to know if you ever tried Pure Ohio weed and if you thought it was any good or not. Be honest. I also want to let you know that since I did the video, remember the one about the 121 places that banned cannabis? We'll be doing a follow-up video because I heard some more places banned recreational cannabis. So this is still a real problem right now, is a lack of education about legal cannabis and its benefits. It's still a blackout on why people should support local instead of going north. It's still people don't understand at all. And the pricing still isn't right. You will not hear me sit up here and tell you that we got the best deals in town. Because we don't. The average price for an ounce, I'm going to say it, is $60+ in Michigan. And the average price for an ounce in Ohio was between 140 and 120 for something. I didn't say gas. I didn't say buds. I said something. We're still selling half ounces for 120. What has come down significantly is edibles. Medicating on some butter stuff by Orion at 26% pizza for dinner. Okay. Starship Green Bud, never been to a dispo, grow my own. I hear that. But what I will tell you, if you never went out and bought ice cream in your life, you should go out and buy some ice cream. So if you've never been to a dispensary in your life, and you're watching this right now, and you are a grower, doesn't matter that I grow, but you are a grower and you've been growing your own. I encourage you to go to a dispensary and just buy something and just compare and contrast to what you got. And if it's comparable, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. No harm there. But I encourage you to do that because we all have to learn how to keep an open mind. And if we just keep saying the same things repeatedly, then our mind becomes locked into those same things repeatedly. I'm guilty of this myself. So I'm not again, I'm not saying it to pass judgment. I'm just saying we have to keep an open mind. And what has been frustrating for a lot of us with this program is the lack of specific strain availability, the lack of quality, the lack of transparency, the lack of education, the lack of fair pricing, the lack of packaging being right. And at the end of the day, some of these companies just are not putting enough heart and soul into these products. And we have to be real with ourselves. The company is running a company, but the grower is growing the weed. And if the grower at that company is not putting their heart and soul into their product, they're not doing their company a service. They're not doing the consumer a service or the patient. And this is why their products are sitting right now collecting dust and going into cardboard shredders. Meanwhile, the other stuff that we might actually buy, we can't afford it because it's in such high demand that they're raising the price up to the point where we just won't buy it. And we just gonna not deal with it. But I'm here to tell you that every now and then, every now and then, I get bored with my stuff. Every now and then, it's okay to go out and have ice cream. That's why today I went out and bought me some Death Row Records cannabis. And I will say, it was a lot of fun trying it out, and I hope some of you decide to check it out. If not, oh well. I don't work for Pure Ohio. I don't work for Snoop Dogg, but I respect the effort. I respect that it's now in our market. I respect that our program went from mystery bags of things we couldn't see, which they still exist, to glass jars, to bags with windows. I respect the fact that some of these people that helped build these programs didn't sell. Pure Ohio is one of them, still here. We don't want them to sell it to the MSOs. So I'm saying that to say that over the next 12 months or so, my goal is going to be to try to be the historian to help people understand where all this began, who was really behind our legal cannabis program, who are these people, and who the hell are these companies that we've never heard of? Who is growing this stuff? And what are they doing with it? Like what is the method? Um, I explored this many years ago because I wanted to answer these questions from a medical standpoint, but we're past that now. This is for everybody to know, and it needs to be transparent. So, what I'm saying to you is that I'm going back in all these facilities. Everyone will let me go in, and I'm going to tell them I want cameras and I want tough questions answered. And if they don't want to answer these tough questions, they don't want to let us bring the cameras in. We're going to ask them, what are you hiding? What do you don't want us to see? Because at the end of the day, what is it, y'all? Say it out loud. Everybody in the comments, what is it? It's just weed. It's just weed. Say it out loud. Say it proud. And I'm not ashamed to admit that I consume weed, cannabis, marijuana, ganja every day. And the only reason, one of the only reasons I'm not in the hospital right now is two words. Guess what them two words is in the comments? You know what it is. You know what it is. I'm waiting. I ain't see it in there yet. It's delayed. Ah, y'all ain't saying it. Come on, y'all should know better. Ice cream sickle sounds good though. That sounds good. New dispo open in Akron. All right, sweet. What's the name of it? You know the name of it? Put it in the comments if you know the name of it. Mary Jane? No, of course. She's a wonderful person, but not Mary Jane. Come on, y'all. Y'all better say it, man. There we go. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. Layer cake. There you go. There you go. So know that for some people, cannabis helps a lot with pain. I cannot say that for everyone, but I know that it can help a lot of people. I know that this strain that I have discovered um, has been extremely successful and not just helping me manage pain, but if you have seen anxiety, demeanor, concentration, focus, everything that you are seeing right now is a product of me consuming layer cake. Every video you have watched for the last 3 months, everything you see me do, all the times I've not been in the hospital, which I will tell you the last time I was in the hospital was June. This is now August. I am now on the longest streak without being in the hospital. And so, in saying that, I have to be honest with you and let you know that I am having problems, that I am going to probably have to go to the hospital. However, it won't be today. But it's hard. It's hard when you are determined to succeed. So I say all this to you because when you're in so much pain, you just start to shut down. You're like, I can't do this anymore. But then I get messages, I get calls, I get texts, I get emails all day, all night from you. And you will not let me give up. So I haven't. But for those who wonder, and those who ask that same question, how you feeling? Well, I feel like shit. And I have felt like that for almost 2 years. So it's nothing against you. And you didn't do anything wrong. But let you be aware that one of the reasons that I keep appearing here every Friday, pain or no, is because of y'all. And I had to get that out. I had it all pre-recorded and everything. It was all done. I was gonna play it at the beginning of the show, but it never happened because why? Because I was sitting down in the garage like, oh man, how am I gonna do the show today? What is the show gonna be about? God damn, it's everything. PreRolls, Snoop, AYR, all of them. It's about all this shit. But it's also about you and the difference that you made to create what is right here behind me on these logos. The Ohio Cannabis Live, the Ohio Medical Cannabis Group, which deserves to be up here too. For those who are part of Ohio Medical Cannabis Group, you are not forgotten. Our website is still OhioMedicalCannabisGroup.com. We still have that site, still operates. And the mission for you to get your medical card has never ended. So if you are still trying to get your medical card, we still will help you. Don't feel like because the big rec thing is here that the medical thing is gone, or that I'm going to just start smoking so much weed I'm going to forget that this is medical. That ain't going to happen because I've made it 100% clear to every doctor that I deal with, in every hospital that I deal with, in every specialist, in every agency, from the Social Security office to the Job and Family Services, to all these people. This is the only way I'm still here. And the only way some of you are still here. And when you tell them a story about when I tell them a story about what happened to me, not even the part about the brain injury, that's an old story. But the new story, it brings people to tears. And that's okay because without positive energy, you cannot heal. And there's lots of positive energy. And I want to talk about some of that before I go. I got a couple minutes left. This past weekend in Stargazer, no matter what happened, it rained, it stormed, my car broke down. People got into arguments, I heard. I never saw it. All kinds of things didn't go the way they were supposed to. But you know what happened at the end of Stargazer? A rainbow appeared. A double rainbow appeared. And that's when I think every single person there knew God was there. And I had the most amazing time visiting people that I already knew, meeting new people, and seeing people who have been watching me on YouTube and not even knowing that they were going to be at Stargazer and bumping into them. So, what's up to everybody I saw at Stargazer? I'm sorry I was not as there as I had planned on being there, but I was there. And I think that the biggest takeaway from Stargazer is that we are a large community. We have a lot to learn about being in a recreational setting. We're still rookies at this. So we're going to learn from every event, every activity we do, how we can do things better. And this is important for our success. This is important for us to continue to have these events because at the end of the day, it's us working together. It's us being together. That is what the mission is, bringing the cannabis community together. And whether it's an event I host or an event somebody else hosts, we should try our best to get there if we can safely and cost efficiently. And I realize some of these events are expensive. There's a lot of money being spent on these things. So when I host events going forward, I will be thinking about your cost, not just my cost, but your cost to attend said events and what you may have to spend just to come see me or to support me. I want to make it easier. So I'm going to change the way expos are going to happen from now on. My expos will be different because I have learned and observed enough to know what people are expecting from these events. And so I'll be going into more detail of that at another time. But again, I thank y'all for being here. I see Jimmy done gave out a membership. So whoever got that, welcome to the party. Hey, Brittany, welcome to the membership program. Jimmy gave out a membership. Memberships begin at $1.99. Memberships give you exclusive access to me and other perks such as access to free events, discounts, and other things that I may be working on. Also, and I said this before, being a member also gets you access to a free clone. And I am working on some clones right now. I'm working on some layer cake clones and some wedding gelato clones specifically for members. And when they're ready, and if you'll watch my channel and see my clones when they're ready, you know they're ready. You see them. You see them how I root them. That's when it will be first come, first serve for you to make arrangements as a member of the channel. You must be an active member of the channel to come pick up, if you would like, your free clone. I cannot deliver it to you, unfortunately. You will have to come here and see me and get it in person. So that is a member only exclusive perk. So if you're not a member of the channel, you better subscribe now so you can get your clone. I can't make it no cooler than that, can I? Hey, Mike. And Wi-Fi. Hey, Wi-Fi. I know you. I know you. What's up, Wi-Fi? The lemon cherry gelato has my head spinning. And that's funny you mentioned that because I'm growing lemon cherry gelato right now. I'm growing ice cream cake and I'm growing runts, regular runts, and I'm growing regular ice cream cake. And the lemon cherry gelato I'm growing is a Barney's Farm Backpack Boys collab. I have documented everything for y'all to verify that's what it is. And remember, when those cuts come out, y'all better be hitting me up fast because when those drop, when those clones come out, we still got a lot to go. You know, we got a ways to go. I'll be sharing updates next week on those plants if they're still alive. And as far as layer cake goes, more is on the way. We are running low. So, you know, it's hard. You know, you got to keep the stuff going and stay in out of the hospital and stay active and things of that nature. Is anyone going to the Cano Bash this weekend? Anybody going to the Cano Bash? I'm thinking I might pull up at the Cano Bash maybe. Happy birthday to everyone. Whose birthday is it? I was about to say, wait, did I miss some? Uh, the Cano Bash is. Hold on. Wait a minute. And because he just sent me the flyer. Cano Bash. Um, Cano Bash is going to be in Hillsboro, Ohio. So yep, hit me up, text me something. I'll shoot you the flyer. I don't have it on the computer right now, but yeah, Cano Bash. You still get tickets right now. I think they have a promo going on right now on the tickets. So, uh, yeah, look it up, Cano Bash. This is being put on by Papermaker Genetics. They host a lot of events, a lot of meetups. So if you're looking for genetics, check them out on Instagram, Papermake Genetics. They got some pretty decent stuff. So I feel you. I feel you, man. I'm broke too, man. Welcome to the club. Speaking of that, as far as our goal, we did not meet our goal to get a payout for July. We only made the $58 for so now we're at $58, and then whatever we got in here today, that goes to that $58. So we need to get to $100 before the end of this month in order for it to be there for September. So I'll keep updating y'all every Friday of where we are on that goal. But right now, the more we do, the closer we'll get to it. And just keep watching old videos, getting caught up on all this stuff. I'm thinking about doing some trivia contests to see exactly how good y'all's memory is on some of these videos. I fixed the audio problem, as you can see. I figured out what was wrong with the audio. These computers, man, the AI or something muted the microphone last week, a week before. We couldn't figure out what was going on. I was trying different chords and all kind of stuff. Nothing was working. Come to find out, computer had muted the microphone in outside of my system. So I couldn't figure out what was going on, but we figured it out. So now we got everything back working, and we'll probably bring some more guests on. I'm working on some really high profile interviews right now. I'm even trying to get the guy from PreRoll to do an interview. How about that? So I'm trying to get everybody some different faces on here and to expand out a little bit because I know that sometimes you get tired looking at my nice face, but I do appreciate y'all being here and listening to me. And I think that we're just growing. You do all the fun stuff, Mastermind. Yeah, I wish, man. Not yet, man. I'm trying to do some fun. I'm trying to have more fun, Captain Green Toker. And that's partly because of you, man. And I know we're so behind on our Schedule 1 games. I am so sorry. We have not played Schedule 1 in forever. Hey Craig, I appreciate the additional 299 super chat. Thank you, Craig. We are on a roll here. We are really on our roll. Um, but yeah, it's good to have all of y'all here. And something else I want to let y'all know is that 57% of the people who watch this show don't are not subscribers. Did y'all know that? 57%. That's shocking. And right now, subscribing counts, but also just sharing the word. So if you're not subscribed to the channel and I haven't earned a subscription yet, that's fine. I respect that. I respect you. But do me a favor and share the video with a friend and then tell them to like and share and subscribe too. And that'll be just as good as you subscribing, right? So, there's people who are watching this and heck, I met you on the internet. I met you on Facebook. I met you on Instagram. I met you on YouTube. I met you in person. I met you on Uber. I don't know. I met you on Lyft. I don't know. I met so many people at expos and events and parties. I'm talking to so many people at any given time. How do you even keep? How do I not even be down here like this? Because when I'm doing my live stream, everybody knows I will not look at my phone to answer your call unless it is my mom or my girlfriend or Miracle or any other family member emergencies. Other than that, or some like the news media or somebody like that, or the governor, y'all answer that call. But for the most part, I'm not answering my phone during my stream. I'm not answering messages during my stream because it's very hard to stay focused and engaged when you're answering messages. You have to really learn it. So like when you are talking to me, what I do is I look this way over so that I can see what you're saying. And thank you for helping remind me of a very important thing, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. So I want to let all of you know we have booked the main library here in Columbus for another town hall, and the town hall is on September the 6th from 3:30 to 5:30. And you can RSVP. Jimmy just put the link in there. It's absolutely free and open to the public. It's a library. Parking is really not that much, like $2. It's a nice library. It's a very cool place. If you've never been to the Columbus Main Library, I'm telling you, it's not like any other library that I've ever been in my life. It is more like a work of art, a museum of sorts. There's a pinball machine in there. There's a cafe in there. It's just an amazing place to come check out. So come down on September the 6th. The purpose of our town hall, you guess it, is to discuss upcoming session, which will resume the following week. And they will be back on their mission with Senate Bill 56, 96, 86, 189, 98, 99. No, the numbers they're going to throw out. So we want to make sure people get a refresher on what they may have forgotten over the last couple of months that they've been on break. And we want to make sure people understand that the fight is not over. So again, you know, RSVP now. Space will be limited. You've been keeping pet jumping spiders. I must be high. Okay. Wow. Okay. That sounds super ultra scary, man. I hope not. You had to delete schedule one for space. Oh no. It's on the cloud. How did wait, well, I guess there is some files, right? I'd just say you got stuck on the bypass in Columbus and went around the city twice. LOL. Oh no. Oh no. While I'm driving. Jimmy, you need to quit, man. Quit showing off, man. Oh man. Man, y'all something else. Y'all got me over here tripping, man. Well, I do thank all of y'all for being here on the stream every Friday. And some of y'all, we go way back now, all the way back to 2019. Man, look at that. Can you believe it's been 6 years, right? So here we are getting ready to cross this milestone together. And I'm telling you, when we get down to like the last couple views, I'm gonna get desperate, y'all. I'm gonna probably be on here live streaming in my sleep. 45 more views to go. Come on, y'all. I'll probably be like 100 views to go. Come on. 100 people. Come on. We need them right now. So, you know, if we can help this stream get 1,000 views, that'll help knock it out the park. So, with that said, I thank all of you for being here, and I will see y'all on the next stream, maybe sooner than later. Much love. Thanks, y'all. Peace. Uh oh. I forgot how to turn off the record button.